Hi, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. You may hear noises. I don't know, they're drilling or they're sanding or something out there, so please just ignore that. Something I have no control over. Okay. Current blood sugar. Let's take a look. I'm at 10. Oops, no, I'm not. I lied just before your eyes. I lied. I literally just looked at it. I'm at 9.8, 3/4 of a calibration left. I'm at 2.625 units of insulin. Since coming down to 8.8, I was pretty well constant all day till about 9:30, and then I started to peak and went up to 10. Now I'm coming down again. So who knows what's going on. Correction worked a bit. Had 3 in a row of 0.775 of a unit, 0.65, and 0.675 units of insulin. Hopefully the correction will work. All in all, pretty good. Now, what's time in range is 81%. Hasn't changed much from before. 19% above, 81% in range, and 8.3 is the average sugar. Okay, so 19. Let's just go back here. Let's go 19 times 15, because we know 1% equals 15 minutes, divided by 60. Almost 5 hours yesterday. My blood sugar was higher than it should be. Well, what's to worry about? It's only 5 hours. It's still not great. Today, I want to talk to you about listening before it's too late. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. You know, when I first got diabetes, not first, but within the first couple of years, somehow I was invited to or took part in a discussion about complications that could come from diabetes. And I sat there and said to myself, oh, that will never happen to me. And when things start happening, in my mind, oh, I'm fine. Well, it's later in life now, and I wish I had listened before it was too late. You don't realize how easily things can happen for you if you don't start taking care of yourself. That's why I am adamant on this channel to say to anyone who will listen, control your diabetes. I don't care if you're type 1, type 2, gestational, whatever type of diabetes you have. Your body will work better at normal temperature ranges. If it didn't, we'd all have diabetes and we wouldn't have to worry about complications. Complications can happen. They may not happen to everyone, but they can happen. And they will happen in different areas. It may not always just be, oh, that person had that. Oh, I'm going to get that. I know it. But on the flip side, it's important to remember one blood sugar isn't going to cause you to get complications. If you're having high blood sugars for a long period of time and you're not treating the underlying issues, the underlying issues could be you have a disease, you have a cold, you have a flu. You could be not taking your insulin correctly. You could be doing something stupid like eating a whole bunch of food and not calibrating. This chat is for anyone who will listen. Trust me, you'll feel better. I just lived my life saying, oh, I wish things, oh, I'm tired, oh, I'm thirsty. Let me drink this whole thing a big gulp. Let me have to go to the bathroom 140 times per day. It doesn't work that way. You're going to run into problems. Some part of your problems. First thing that hit me was the eyes, but that wasn't enough to kind of, come on, Mike, get in there, take care of yourself. All of a sudden, it was like at 23, I put together, or I started to do blood sugars. I started to record my blood sugars. I made up a sheet on a computer. It was fun. It was exciting. I came up with these. I came up with discussing why I was high with the doctor. I just had to sneeze. I don't know what it is. It must probably be summer times here. But I took the initiative. I followed through on the plan that my new endo and I came up with. And then all of a sudden, things started to get better. And the biggest lesson I learned was if I faltered, I just got up and tried again. Up till then, I would get out of the hospital. I would go, I would get treatment, come out, I'd say, oh yes, I'm going to control my diabetes. I can do this. I can now be the best diabetic out there. Well, I got one low blood sugar, one thing didn't work out. I get a whole different result, and that would be it. I did not have the initiative or the smarts to say, hey, so you faltered, let's get up and let's retry. And I don't know what it was, but oh, okay, so it was high. Let's continue on. I did next blood sugar. It was down. But it took from age 13 to around 23. It took 10 or 11 years for me to start controlling my blood sugar. And having such a thing would be the best thing positive. If you don't take care of yourself, you're going to have issues. I don't care, it may be a small thing. It could be that every part of your body is being affected. But I wish I had listened. The talk at the time probably wasn't geared to someone of my age. It was this lady who was my age or younger. And, at that age, 30 is kind of like old age. But I kept trying. And so often I would take my insulin, I would do things. I was definitely brought in to diabetes during what I like to call the diabetes dark age, from really 30s, 40s, up till 1980, 84 was where it was pretty well. You just took your insulin and you watched what you ate. Your blood sugars would be fine. But now a whole different things have changed. Keeping your blood sugars within normal ranges are the best way. Now, how do you get this across to youngsters? I would say by having teenagers deliver the message. You could have someone my age try to speak to a diabetic, or you could have someone who's younger. And it's two different times. It's like you're dealing with someone who's, he's just old. And you'll get the response that I pretty well had. Oh, he's old. It'll never happen to me. Well, guess what? It happened to me. Maybe if I heard it more from someone in their early 20s. But if I think back to when I was in early 20s, it all pretty well centered all about me. I'm not young and hip. I know that for a fact. So for me to deliver a message to a youngster probably is just going to be another authoritative figure. Things like that aren't going to happen to me. Well, probably one thing that I learned about slowly was, what was it? Oh yes, there was this boy who was younger than I was, who I knew was diabetic, and he went through kidney trouble. And all of a sudden, things got very real for me. I don't wish that it happened to someone earlier in my life, but that was really sort of, hey, maybe you need to. And within a couple of months, I started working in the office delivering information, or training, delivering information. But looking back, it's so easy now, because hindsight is 2020. We all wish that we had done something and we had listened, that someone actually knew. Summer camps are great. Any sort of group you can get together with counselors that, and when I mean counselor, I'm talking camp counselors, sports activities, where a young diabetic can relate to someone who's older, and I'm meaning in their young 20s, that control their diabetes. I never, even at the one summer I spent at diabetic camp, even that time, I did not learn I did not grow. Yeah, we had to go do urine tests. Yeah, whoopee. You were pretty well taught. Do your urine test, eat, and time was have a low blood sugar so you could get a drink of Coke, real Coke syrup. Yay, whoopee. But that really didn't stick. After camp, I just went on my own merry way. So keeping things where you need them all the time is the best thing to do. Now we got to get it into our kids, doing fun activities, doing it in a fun manner. I had adults my whole diabetes life, from 13 up to 20, always telling me, oh, you have to watch you're going to lose an eye, you're going to lose a leg. It's ingrained in here. I know it can happen. I didn't do anything to stop it. Now, whose fault is that? It's no one's fault except my own. I knew the consequences. I didn't follow them. Pure and simple. I don't want any kid to go through what I did. So, I'll make a plea for any young kids watching. Keep your blood sugars in line. Do it not only because you could lose an eye, you could lose a leg, you lose sensation, have trouble eating. Don't do that. Don't do it for that. Do it that you'll feel better. You'll have the energy to achieve all your dreams. That's the real reason why I want people to learn and to grow. I hope if you're a young diabetic, a middle-aged, or a senior, you learn this and you keep it up. And with that, have a great day, and we'll talk again later. Bye now. My next vlog topic will be Hey, our next talk will be about T1D and labile diabetes. I hope you can sit down. Now, I may have said this day before yesterday, saying it yesterday or today's video was this. I'm sorry if I did, but tomorrow's video will definitely be labile diabetes and T1D. Or T1D and labile diabetes. Have a great day, and we'll talk later. Bye then. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.